freezing inside there. I got the shakes.
Well, first of all, congratulations. How are you feeling about a performance like that?
Feeling amazing. You know, that's a tough adversary in Brian Kelleher. He's very unorthodox, very strong, very skilled. You know, but my coaches have got me ready, prepared for this fight.
Is that kind of how you expected it to go?
Yeah, 100%. Everything that we worked on in camp and knew that he was going to do, Alex and Chase and Mateus said that, you know, this is what he does, and just to prepare for it, you know. But still, you know, he was game. He was ready. You know, he was hungry. So hats off to him. He was a great warrior tonight.
And you pointed at someone. Can you talk to me about that right before the KO?
No, I actually had him rocked, and I was trying to get him to like kind of look like, and he didn't fall for it. So yeah, so I was like, ah, shit, and I got to hit him harder, make sure I finished him. But I just kind of pointed to see if he looked over there. It was funny because I was with Uriah and all the Team Alpha Male guys last week for Song's fight, and we always used to call it the birdie. Like, oh, Uriah used to like call it the birdie and then punch you. So it was just in my mind from last week hanging out with the guys.
Well, it worked on me because I thought you were really pointing at someone. What did you think of him? I know you weren't in there very long, but was there anything about him that surprised you? Did you have to adjust anything?
Yeah, he's a gritty veteran. You know, he's got almost 40 professional fights. He's got some big wins over some, you know, Hinnenbrow world champion. And he actually beat my real good friend, training partner, gave him his first loss as a pro. So this one was good to get back. But like I said, such a great guy, good team. You know, I knew he was tough and durable, and just had to get him out of there.
I know nothing's going to feel as good as winning the title, but where would you rank this amongst all your wins?
I mean, I think anytime you get a win inside the octagon is, you know, it's up there. Especially you get to finish against a guy like Brian Kelleher. He's very dangerous. It's a very dangerous fight for me to take. I knew it was at stake with all that transpired from, you know, the injuries and the setbacks, and same with him. That's why I told him after, you know, the fight, hey, you're a warrior. You know, you worked your way back to here. I had a lot of respect for him.
I know the MMA fans are brutal. What do you say to the fans that maybe counted you out?
Oh, you know, I've been counted out my whole life, you know. Luckily, I had an amazing mother, a strong mother that raised us and never let us quit in anything. So just so thankful for her to, you know, the way that she raised us and the way that she, you know, made us strong, because this world is, you know, it can knock you down and keep you down. But, you know, I've had that my whole entire life. And honestly, it just, this camp, and since I moved out here to Vegas, I've just been trying to, you know, grab momentum and get it rolling and get back to the top. And I finally got a great team. You know, Alex Perez, Chase Pammy, and Mateus Nakao, a lot of other guys that came in and trained with me that helped out a lot. And what's different is from, you know, previous fights, or maybe just in my mind, is these guys truly care. You know, they just don't show up and clock in and clock out. They're checking on you, making sure you're getting your physical therapy, your mental is right, your body's feeling good. You know, but also they're coming in here and just giving me work and the best work, and really putting myself above them. You know, those guys are a phenomenal team. Brothers, coaches, mentors. I'm so proud and thankful to have them in my corner. This last, you know, 8 weeks has been amazing. You know, we've had a hard training sessions. We just stayed, you know, consistent and stayed in the moment, you know, and just look for the next best thing was coming out here and putting the game plan together and preparing like we did, and we got the win.
I know you had a call out already, but when would you like to get back in there? Would you prefer that opponent, or would you prefer to fight sooner?
I would love to fight Deiveson Figueiredo. I think that's a great fight. 2 former world champions. He's now at the bantamweight division. That's a fight that should have happened years ago. I was obviously taken out from COVID, you know, but flyweight's not my weight. Bantamweight is. I feel really good here. So I would love that fight. I talked to Sean about it. He's all for it. You know, UFC 300, I think that would be an amazing card to put us on, and something that excites me, gets me hungry, gets me motivated and driven to go on there and you know, face one of the best flyweights that came up to bantamweight, former world champion, like I said, and we're both on our way back to the top. That's what we want. That's why we're in this sport, is to be the best. And I think, you know, trailblazing through him puts me right to the top.
Thank you.
Cody, right here. Before your last fight, a lot of the narrative that you would bring up, especially in media day, was like you wanted to get momentum. Like momentum was the big word you kept bringing up. So since then, you know, a lot more injuries and stuff, and you had to, you know, you're on the shelf again for a bit. So what was the last several months like for you, given like you got the momentum back and then you hit another speed bump before the Bautista fight?
You know, that's just life. That's how it goes. You know, I mean, look at my career. I was 6 fights in the UFC, world champion, 11-0. I had a, amazing transcend to the top, and some people don't ever get to that position in their life or their career. So I've been there, and, I'm forever grateful for the opportunities that the UFC has given me, the learning lessons, the ups and downs. Like, I literally have grown in here so much, and to be a veteran of the sport, 32 years old, to obtain what I've been able to do and still have so much left in the tank, just excited. That's the ultimate word, is just excited for the momentum that I have now going into 2024. A big call out with Deiveson Figueiredo, matchmakers, the fans. I think everybody in the media can get behind that fight as well. So hopefully, we go in there and get that signed and get ready to go in there and, test my mettle against him.
And I know a lot of the narrative in this fight was like, new team and you're in Vegas now and everything, but there's a lot of alpha male guys on this card, like, Emmett and Fila were here. So what was it like being in fight week, seeing them, and you're not directly involved, but I know you still consider yourself kind of part of that team.
Oh yeah, those are my brothers. Those I'm forever grateful for Team Alpha Male, Uriah Faber, what he's built out there. I was just a young kid lost, just trying to find my way, and I stumbled out to Sacramento, California, and Uriah took me under his wing, and I was able to make it 5-0 in the UFC, got to the UFC, and trailblazed to the top. I would not be here without those guys. Danny Castillo, Chris Holdsworth, Michael Malott. He's having an amazing career in himself. Team Alpha Male, I love those guys, but here it's I got my niche. Like I said, it took me a little bit to find out who truly cares about you and who wants to succeed and wants you to to win. But the momentum is everything in the sport. Anything in sports, obviously, momentum. And we get to go out there and fight and live our life and train, and just filled with gratitude every day. Like my coach Chase Pammy says, just be grateful. Be grateful that we get to live this life and get to do what we get to do. So just being humbled every day with these guys, and just knowing we're working in silence, but we're working hard, and we're coming back for the top.
And we see the ice around your leg, and even in your post-fight interview, you said, like, he came in with a good game plan. He was kicking your legs and everything. So during the fight, when you started to go attack your leg when you were circling away, did something in your mind like, oh, you've done your homework. I know what you're trying to do?
I think he found success with 1 or 2 leg kicks early on, and then I checked the kick, and that's why I had the hematoma of the ice around my leg. But a lot of these guys, I think that they get in there and they don't realize how fast that I am, and not only how fast I am, how hard I hit, that they whatever they can do to try to slow me down the speed. So yeah, he knew. That's what he said. He said hopefully that he could get in the second round and chop the leg a little bit more and more. But it wasn't the calf, wasn't the leg, it was just the shin. I had a big hematoma. It was not sore during the fight, and really hurt me or had me, less mobile. But I knew I had to get him out of there. He was a tough, durable guy. I know once after I landed the elbow after the clinch that it was a little bit different in his eyes. He didn't press hers forward much, and he was dropping his hands a lot trying to land that low leg kick. So I knew, throwing the right hook would be there and follow up left hook, and that's what I landed.
What'd you make of his skullet?
Oh, the skullet, man, yeah. That's great. He's a character. We had a little bit of like I said, I don't really know him before and never spoke to him prior. We didn't go back and forth in media. Like I said, I got a lot of respect for him, but we were standing yesterday before the ceremonial weigh-ins, and I saw that, and he had a nice little ice chain on, and I was like, man, he's trying to out-bling me, and so he's a good dude. Like I said, I got a lot of respect for him. He's came from injuries. I know how that is. It's tough, and he's a 40-plus fight veteran, had some big wins over some guys, and got a lot of respect for him and his team.
Was that refreshing, not having to carry any, bad blood or the rivalry narrative that's kind of followed you for a long time against your opponents?
I think where I'm at in my life, I like to work. I love the sport. I get it. Sometimes you got to sell the fights and go in there, and you're going to have an adversary that doesn't like you or wants to talk shit about you. That's how it is. But for me, I just want to go in there and work hard, devote myself, stay humble, be humble, and just keep collecting these wins and going home safe to my family.
Cody over here. This fight was actually made by the UFC's newest matchmaker, Joe, who won a sweepstakes competition and then got hired on by Dana. How were your conversations like with him when this fight was being made?
Actually, I was at the UFC Performance Institute, and I was getting PT work done. Just got done with some training sessions. Like I said, had to pull out of my fight previous, so I had to get some injections. Ended up tearing my knee, tore my hip, and tore my back again. So it was just a string of events that was just really had me down and out. But, I sat back and regathered myself and just, control what I can control is showing up, doing the work, doing the physical therapy, getting back in there. And lo and behold, Joe walks in with Forrest Griffin, and Joe asked for a picture, and I was like, oh yeah, of course. We chopped it up a little bit. Very knowledgeable on mixed martial arts. And actually, Forrest told me, he's like, hey, he's here for, he won Matchmaker of the Day. And so a light bulb went off in my head, and I was, hey, you tell Dana White that I want to fight December 16th. He looked at me, he's like, who do you want to fight? And I said, it doesn't matter, whoever it is, December 16th. And sure as shit, my media was blowing up later that night that I got the fight. So shout out to Joe. Thank you so much, man. Great matchmaking right there.
And obviously, Dana spoke very highly about Joe before this fight, and assuming he goes on to have a great tenure with the UFC, I guess how cool is it for you being the first fight that Joe made with the company? Yeah,
that's I would be so happy and thrilled for him and his family. He's truly an amazing individual. Hopefully he has a long, tenured career here with the UFC.
And you're now on a 2-fight winning streak. How good does that sound given what you've been through recently?
It's great, It's high as high and the lowest of lows in this sport, but you have to find that balance, You're never going to be too high off a win, never be too low off a loss. Just keep showing up, and, things will work out.
And you mentioned there that Sean Shelby likes the idea of you and Figueiredo going at it, but in case Figueiredo gets someone higher ranked next time out, is there another name you'd like to face?
I think that's a fight that Davis is going to take. I don't think there's anyone that can move the needle like me, maybe the rankings, but the fucking rankings are shit, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Everyone's tough inside the UFC. It doesn't matter if they're not ranked, they're ranked in the top 10, top 5. Everybody in the UFC is absolutely an animal, a stud. So, it'd be a great fight. I know the fans are going to love it. I'm going to love it. So hopefully Deiveson, jumps on board and gets ready to get knocked the fuck out.
That'd be a great one. Congratulations.
Cody, right here.
Yep. Yes.
Your son got to see you fight and win tonight. How did that feel?
That was great. I just FaceTimed him on the way here, or on the way just to talk to you guys. It was nice. It was emotional. I kind of said it to the guys in the back. I was with, like I said earlier, I have my new coaches and teammates, that we've developed a great relationship over these last year that I've known these guys. But Team Alpha Male was there. Danny, Chris, Joey, Emmett, Feely, Bulldog, all these guys. And I was like, man, they watched Kai grow up in the gym. And I literally had to take him to the gym all the time and bribe him with candy so he'd watch him not run off the mats while we're sparring and training. So I was like, man, Kai's here. It's like he's here watching me for my first time. So kind of took me back a little bit. I'm not going to lie, it kind of made me a little emotional. Because these are memories that I want to make with my son. And I want to come home healthy for him, and I do this for him, have a better life opportunities, and I'm so thankful for the UFC to have this platform. I'm able to do so.
The straight right hand you landed, was that something that you were working on in camp? Was that something that you felt he was susceptible for?
Yeah, like I said, my coaches have made, training so much fun, consistent, just fun. And being myself, not trying to reinvent the wheel. I know what I possess, my skills, my speed, my power, my vision inside there. And we just honed the skills and worked on the camp, and that was them. That was all them. I just showed up and, worked hard and believed in myself. And when I didn't believe in myself, they pushed me to, keep going and just being consistent. So, yeah, we knew, I have a new striking coach, Mateus Nakao, amazing human, first and foremost, but so knowledgeable. He's from Nova União, worked with Jose Aldo for so long, and he's just a pleasure to work with. And makes it so much fun, makes it easy, so I'm glad to have him part of my team, and hopefully we ride this till the wheels fall off.
A win over Deiveson Figueiredo, where do you think that will lead you into the division?
He's ranked 7th or 8th right now, so right back there. I'm gonna knock him out and go right to the top. That's why I'm in the sport. I'm not here to be runner-up or anything else like that. And I got good momentum. I got a good head on my shoulders. Things are good. I'm so filled with gratitude, and I'm healthy. So let's run 2024.
Are we going to be hanging with the boys tonight in Vegas?
Hanging with the boys, yeah. My son's waiting at me at home, so he's got a Christmas list, and it's very extravagant. He's like, Dad, I got this, and this. I was like, after the fight, we'll see if you're on the good list or the bad list. So it's helped me out all camp. I said, I don't know. Sienna's been calling and said you're kind of teetering on the line. He said, oh, I've been good, Dad. He goes, but I've been bad a little bit. he likes candy, so he'll sneak in the pantry and you'll see chocolate all over his face. And he goes, I snuck in the pantry and had some chocolate. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm like, I know, Santa tells me, you know. So yeah, I'm excited to see him.
I'm sure a bonus would help with that too.
Yeah, that'd be great, man. Get that bonus. Yeah, because he'll spend it.
Congratulations, Cody.
Thank you.
Cody, congrats on the big win. Seeing your performance tonight, I know that it was just that one round, but it kind of took me back a few UFCs ago when you were just putting it on Dom Cruz. Did you feel like that guy tonight? I know you've evolved and progressed, but like you really were just firing on all cylinders, and like your hands were fast as heck too.
I appreciate that. You know, I worked really hard. Just it's always a mental battle. You know, I think it's the toughest part about this sport is mentally getting in there and getting yourself ready to go and fight another man that believes that he's better than you and ready to come, you know, knock you out, break your arm, choke you out in front of millions of people all over the world. So that's the thing. Like, I always feel like my skill is going to be there, my conditioning, my, you know, God-given speed and power is going to be there. But mentally, that's something I work on. You know, just I'm very thankful for my sports therapist, Micah, at the PI. He helps me stay engaged and not focus on what if next round, what if this, or what's happening 2 weeks from now? I got to buy flights and fly to Ohio for Christmas. You know what I mean? Like little things that just intrusive thoughts that come in your mind. Just staying engaged, looking for the next best position that you're in, and do your resets. You know, I think a lot of the times it was good that I was in the side, the octagon tonight, and I had to do those mental resets where I started getting them hurt, and I wanted to open up and just kind of go on that just, you know, brawl style. And you know, I kept hearing my coaches and Alex saying, hey, you know, calm down, you know, get back to the wheeling, get back to your movement, and things like that. So those resets, you know, that we've worked all camp, and I've been working religiously each week with my sports therapist, have helped out so much. Mental health is huge, you know, especially in a sport that's so violent and demands so much out of your body.
That's awesome, man. And speaking of best positions, when you made the move, do you think everything has just really come together when you really needed it to, regardless of the ups and downs, moving to Vegas, little man being good, family being good? So now it's really back to the, you know, the no love show.
Yeah, I mean, I truly believe everything happens for a reason. I was, you know, here in Vegas, and it took some time. You know, it's like kind of like, how bad do you want this? How bad do you want this to work? You know, and if you do the right things and you're consistent and you know, just have gratitude daily, I think things fall into place. And I'm just happy to be where I'm at. I'm happy to be healthy. Happy to, you know, be able to go home to my son and enjoy that.
Awesome, man. And last for me, another big fight of yours when you had that walk-off at the Apex. This was another walk-off. But what is it about some fighters, your personal opinion, where they just go for that kill shot and just try to just, you know, decapitate someone, but you knew, walked away, and that was your style?
You know, I've knocked out a lot of people in my life, so I know once a body loses consciousness after getting punched, so I just know there's no need to follow up, you know, no need to follow up with that, and I knew that was that's all she wrote after that right hand landed.
Well done, son. Congrats on the win. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.